Hi, I'm a doctor with more than 30 years of experience working with patients over the age of 50. Today, I want to share with you a little known secret. Your eyes also have a night shift, and that's while you sleep. If you know how to support them, your eyes can repair themselves, see more clearly, and even slow down early degeneration. You see, I often tell my patients that our eyes are like hardworking employees. During the day, we make them work nonstop, reading the newspaper, scrolling on the phone, driving, cooking, gardening. They almost never get a break. But when night falls, when you finally close your eyes and drift into sleep, that's when your eyes truly begin their own night shift. Imagine this: the retina, that thin, light-sensitive layer at the back of your eye, quietly clears away damaged protein fragments after a long day. The cornea, the clear front layer, soaks up oxygen to heal. And the lens, like a tiny built-in camera lens, begins its detox process. It all happens silently, like a team of workers repairing a city at night, so that by morning it's vibrant and alive again. Your eyes function the very same way. But here's the problem: if your sleep is interrupted, or if your daily diet is unhealthy, this repair process can't be completed. And when that happens, night after night, month after month, your vision gradually declines. You may experience dry eyes, blurry mornings, or even face more serious conditions like macular degeneration or cataracts. I remember one patient, Linda, who was in her early 60s. She often complained that her vision was blurry every morning, even though she slept 7 hours. After digging deeper, we discovered she stayed up late scrolling on her phone, exposing her eyes to blue light. And here's what most people don't realize: blue light doesn't just make it harder to fall asleep. It also reduces melatonin, the hormone your body needs for deep rest. Without enough melatonin, your eyes simply can't recover properly. Have you ever felt that? You get enough hours of sleep, but when you wake up, your eyes still sting, feel tired, and your vision looks hazy, like a thin fog is covering them. That's not just aging. It's a sign that your eyes didn't truly get the restoration they needed overnight. And it's not just blue light that disrupts this process. Remember, your eyes are nourished by millions of tiny blood vessels. If your blood sugar spikes at night, those vessels become choked, and oxygen and nutrients can't properly reach the retina. It's like trying to water a garden with a clogged hose. The plants are still there, but they lose their vibrancy and slowly wither. The retina works the same way. Another factor many people overlook is nighttime blood pressure. I've seen patients whose blood pressure is normal during the day but spikes at night. This is especially dangerous because the added pressure directly damages the delicate blood vessels in the eyes. Over time, this can lead to retinal damage or even vision loss. I'm sharing this with you not to make you worried, but to remind you of something important: your sleep and your eyes are more connected than you may realize. Your eyes aren't just the windows to the soul, they're also an essential part of your overall health. When you take care of your sleep, you're giving your eyes the chance to recover so they can continue walking with you through every stage of life. One time I asked a patient, "What's more valuable, a brand new pair of shoes or clear eyesight to watch your grandchild take their very first steps?" She smiled, her eyes welling up, and whispered, "My eyes, of course, doctor." And that's why every time I sit here in front of this camera to talk with you, I want you to remember: give your eyes the chance to rest, to heal every single night. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, pay attention for just a moment. Do your eyes thank you for a restful night's sleep, or do they feel tired, dry, and heavy because of little habits you may have overlooked? The answer will tell you exactly what changes it's time to make. When it comes to eye health, most patients immediately think of eye supplements or expensive bottles of vitamins. But with over 30 years of experience, I can tell you something simple. Sometimes the best medicine for your eyes is what you put on your plate every day. Did you know there's a small fruit with incredible healing power? It's called the tart cherry. This fruit doesn't just have a pleasantly tangy taste, it's also packed with natural melatonin, the very hormone that helps you fall into deep restorative sleep. And beyond that, tart cherries are rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that protect the retina from damage caused by free radicals. I once had a patient named Richard in his early 70s. He struggled with restless nights, tossing and turning, waking up with heavy, blurry eyes, that couldn't even make out the words in the morning paper. Instead of prescribing sleeping pills, I suggested he try a small glass of tart cherry juice before bed. Just 3 weeks later, he returned smiling ear to ear, "Doctor, for the first time in years I slept through the night. And my vision, it feels sharper than ever." That's the kind of quiet miracle nature gives us. And there's another simple yet powerful combination. I often recommend tart cherries with walnuts. It may sound basic, but let me explain. While tart cherries provide melatonin to guide you into sleep, walnuts are rich in magnesium and tryptophan, two nutrients the brain uses to produce serotonin, the building block of melatonin. In other words, this pairing is like having both the key and the lock working together to open the door to deep, restorative rest. Some people have told me, "Doctor, I've tried all kinds of eye supplements, but I don't see much improvement." And I usually ask them back, "Have you been feeding your eyes the foods they actually need?" Because the truth is, your eyes are like a garden. If you don't give them the right fertilizer, the flowers will never bloom. Think about leafy greens like kale and spinach. They're rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two nutrients often called the eye's natural sunglasses, filtering harmful blue light and protecting the retina. Then there are berries, like blueberries, kiwi, and pomegranate, tiny, but loaded with antioxidants that can slow down the aging of your eyes. And don't forget foods rich in glutathione, such as avocado and asparagus. Glutathione is one of the body's most powerful defenders against oxidative stress, helping protect the lens from clouding and cataracts. I want you to remember this. We can't stop time from passing, but we can decide how our eyes will age. Do you want to wake up tomorrow and still see the world in sharp focus and vivid color? Or do you want it to fade slowly into a gray blur? The answer lies in what you put on your dinner plate tonight. A small serving of tart cherries with a handful of walnuts. A fresh green salad with spinach. A few slices of avocado sprinkled with ruby red pomegranate seeds. Simple choices like these are truly gifts you're giving to your eyes, so they can keep walking with you on quiet strolls, joining you in evenings of reading, and letting you see the joy in your grandchild's smile. Just give it a try. You don't need drastic changes. Just one small habit repeated night after night. And within a few weeks, you'll feel the difference: mornings without blurry, tired eyes, deeper, more restful sleep, and most importantly, you'll know you are actively protecting your vision instead of letting time and bad habits steal it away. Are you ready to give your eyes a true healing dinner starting tonight? Nutrition is the foundation, yes, but your daily habits are the bricks that build strong, healthy eyes over time. I often tell my patients, you don't need to change your entire life. Just make a few small adjustments. What matters most is doing them consistently every single day. Let's begin with something simple: a light walk after dinner. Studies have shown that just 10 minutes of walking after a meal can lower blood sugar by up to 30%. That may sound small, but for your eyes, it makes a world of difference. When your blood sugar is controlled, the tiny vessels that feed your eyes stay clear, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach the retina more easily while you sleep. I remember one patient, George, age 65. He used to wake up with blurry, heavy eyes every morning. After he and his wife started a nightly walking routine, just 1 month later, he told me, "Doctor, my eyes don't feel weighed down in the mornings anymore." Another habit that seems simple, but is incredibly important: drinking water the right way. Your eyes are like small ponds. They need moisture to keep the cornea from drying out. If you don't drink enough water throughout the day, your eyes can become dry red and easily fatigued. But here's the part many people overlook: if you drink too much water right before bedtime, your body will wake you up during the night. And as I've shared before, even one interruption can break your eye's overnight repair cycle. So here's the balance: drink enough water steadily throughout the day, but limit your intake within 1 to 2 hours before sleep. That way, your eyes stay hydrated, while your body enjoys a full, uninterrupted night of rest. And finally, I want to highlight what I call the art of relaxing before bed. I use the word art because it's not just a routine, it's about how you choose to treat yourself. When you give yourself 15-20 quiet minutes before sleep, whether it's sitting still, breathing slowly, or reading a few pages of a real book, instead of staring at your phone, you're sending a signal to your brain. It's time to rest. That simple act helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone. And when cortisol is high at night, it's like noise interrupting the team of workers trying to repair your eyes. Only when cortisol goes down can your eyes and your entire body truly enter a state of recovery. I remember one patient, Susan, 58 years old. She constantly complained about poor sleep and waking up with dry, heavy eyes. When I asked what she usually did before bed, she laughed and said, "I watch the news on TV until late at night." I suggested she try something different. Turn off the TV, meditate for 10 minutes, then read a real book. Just a few weeks later, she told me, "Doctor, not only do my eyes feel better, but my spirit feels lighter too." You see, these adjustments aren't complicated. They don't require money or huge effort. But like drops of water, little by little, day after day, they build into a clear, refreshing pool that nourishes your eyes. So let me leave you with this: don't underestimate these small habits. Eat dinner a bit earlier. Take a 10-minute walk with someone you love. Drink enough water throughout the day, but ease up in the last couple of hours before bed. Spend your evenings in calm rather than in the glow of a screen. And if possible, add a small bowl of tart cherries with a few nuts before bedtime. Give it a few weeks, and you'll notice the difference: waking up with eyes that aren't dry, or burning sharper vision and deeper, more refreshing sleep. More importantly, you'll be protecting yourself against conditions like macular degeneration or cataracts, things that could one day rob you of the chance to see life's most beautiful moments. Wouldn't you agree that our eyes aren't just for seeing, but for keeping memories, the smile of someone you love, the colors of autumn, or the sparkle in your grandchild's eyes? That's why your eyes deserve a chance to heal each night, because your eyes deserve your care, and because you deserve a clear, vibrant life. Before we close today, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried tart cherry before bed? Or do you have your own nightly habit that helps your eyes and sleep feel healthier? Share your story in the comments. I always take the time to read them, and I deeply value your real experiences. And if you found these insights helpful, consider subscribing to this channel. Every week I sit down in front of this camera to bring you small practical tips that can make a big difference as we move through our 50s, 60s, and beyond. Bright eyes, peaceful sleep, and a healthy spirit. These are the most precious gifts we can give ourselves. So leave a comment, hit subscribe, and let's continue this journey together, caring for our eyes, our sleep, and our lives.